Hello and welcome to our Facebook Live. My name's Jenny McCormack and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire in the UK. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you are well. If you're joining live, do say hi. Let me know that you're here. And if you have any queries or questions as we go along, don't hesitate to pop them in the comments section. If you're watching on replay, whether that's on Facebook or YouTube, and you have any questions or queries, again, don't hesitate to pop a comment in the comment box, and if it requires a response or an answer, I will get back to you in due course. So, good morning. Let's see, we have Lisa. Thank you for joining us this morning, Lisa. And I can see there's a few other people joined, but I don't have the names on there, so welcome to you. Two things before I get started, just very quickly. One is the papercraft event that I run with two of my team members, Lynn and Tara, which is being held on the 29th of October here in Brackley in the UK. We are 50% sold out already, and we only opened booking last week. So if you are interested in this event, details are on my Facebook page. And they're also available by email, and you can find the email link. I'll pop it under here as well. So if you fancy a day to yourself crafting with like-minded people, there's 3 classes included, including a stamper stack where you get to stamp and create as many cards as you can, or as you wish, I should say. So that is on Saturday the 29th of October. So if you do want to join us, don't delay. Hi Kerry. Hi Helen. And the other one is that we have a new series of weekly deals that started last Thursday, the 8th of September, through to the end of Wednesday night. Now I know you can't see this because it's too small for you to see, but I will pop a link up underneath the post that I've already created this week today for the weekly deals. So we have some rose gold foiled paper, we have memories and more cards and envelopes, we have some little trinket flowers, we have some ribbon, slim eye envelopes, 2 more different ribbons, and the snowy white velvet sheets, perfect for Christmas. We have the soft pastels, the summer shadows dies, and the fresh freesia ribbon. So those are available till Wednesday. I will put a link in the group here so that you can see that. Okay, so on to some card making, something nice and straightforward this week. I'm using Forever Friendship, and this stamp set is the one that we're using at Coffee and Card this week, both in Toaster today and in Brackley on Friday. And I have to say I do like this stamp set. So we have a little cardigan, and the sentiment that goes with it is time for a card again. So a little play on words. That just tickles me. I really like that one. And we've got our friendship will live forever, unlike most of the plants I've owned. Now these are separate, so you don't have to have that sentiment in, and a really pretty set of potted plants. And then we have a typewriter with the words thank you, and it just says on a separate sentiment, I just can't thank you enough. And then we have this little pennant here, so this could be for somebody who likes golf, or it could be sports, anything like that. And we've got a happy birthday as well. Let me show you 3 simple cards that I've created in preparation for Coffee and Card. Hopefully you'll be able to see these. Good morning, Jeanette. Thanks for saying hi. So we have this one here, and I've actually changed the sentiment on this to being sending healing thoughts your way. But that sweet little set of potted plants. And these just are on note cards. I just can't thank you enough with a little thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then this has to be my favourite. I think all of my brothers are getting this, and probably my sister. Time for a cardigan. And then a little happy birthday underneath. So really simple and sweet. So this morning I'm still going to be using note card and envelope that I put to one side here. I've got a background layer which is mint macaron, and I'm going to be stamping onto this layer, and I'm going to use those potted plants again because I just think they're really sweet. It's quite a small area to cover, so if you're not particularly up on colouring, it really won't take you any time at all because the area that you're going to cover is very small. Okay, just taking my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to pop our plants just a little way up from the bottom, just to give it some spacing. Like so. And for this one I'm also going to stamp on the envelope like so. It's a beautiful morning here this morning. I reckon the temperature's going to get up to something like 23, 24 this afternoon. We will see. Okay, so that's stamped on my envelope. I wonder if it will fit on there as well. It will, just. There we go. Like that. So I've got it on the envelope at the back and not the front. Why not? This is my front piece, and I've just chosen a thank you sentiment. As always, I need plenty of thank you cards. So just going to ink this up. Check I've got it fairly straight. I know that my thank you sticker on the back of there is not very straight, so what I do is I put it the stamp straight to the block and then look at the block, not the sticker. And so I'm just aligning the block here. Hopefully. There we go. So nice and simple. Let's just cover that up. Hello Dee. And so this is going to go onto my background. So I'm just going to use literally a few colours. So I've got light Calypso Coral, which I'm going to use for my this pot here. Now it is quite a small area, so if you don't want to do any shading at all, I don't think you need to. You can literally just colour as is. But if you wanted to do some shading, I would take the dark Calypso Coral and just add a bit of shadow across the top down to one side. And just blend that in a little bit so you've got a little bit of, hopefully you can see that shading going on. Okay, so let's just do these elements here. So I've got a crumb cake for this pot. So we've got like a cheese plant, and then we've got a sort of like an aloe vera type plant there, and then just anonymous plant on the left hand side. So really easy to colour in. I think I'm going to use a bit of, maybe a bit of blue for that. And just grab a lighter blue. I've got light balmy blue for this pot here on the right. Like so. Go. And then whatever colour you want to add your leaves in with. So this is actually light just jade, which has retired, but it's a perfect colour for succulents, but you could use soft succulent, of course, and you could use a bit of yellow as well. That's that one. Let's just do the legs here, and I'm also just going to do a little bit of shading on the ground to, you know, add a little bit of ground to that. Okay, so these really are small, that you don't need really any shading unless you want to. Let me just lift that up so you can see it, hopefully, like so. And I've just got a light mossy meadow here for this cheese plant. This would look nice with a mask in the background, as if it was on some wallpaper, something like that. And this would also work well with a mask around the edges, or a little bit of blending with a blending brush, if you don't want it looking quite so clean. So just filling in there. So I'm looking forward to coffee and card this afternoon. There we go. And then doesn't really matter what I use for the ground. So just going to sort of brush stroke starting at the edge of each one. And put glasses on. So there's that there. Hopefully you can see that. If I lift it up a little bit, you can just about see the ground as well. So if you wanted to, you could add a little bit around the edge. Just going to put a tiny bit on because I haven't got a green ink open ready. But let's just soften that edge slightly. There we go. So this is going to go onto our layer. So this piece that I've worked on is 3 inches by 4.5. Apologies for those of you in metric. It's just that the cards, when they're finished, measure 3.5 by 5. So the layer I've got behind it is 3.25 by 4 3/4. This is our finished note card. It's going to go onto there. Just rid of that last bit. There we have it. Turn that over so I've got a clean sheet behind. Like that. And there's our card. So really simple thank you card. Hi Tracy. And this is using Forever Friendship, and you can find this on page 66 of our July to December catalogue. They've got a couple of good examples here. So here they popped it into a circle, so you could use a die cutting machine or a large circle punch if you have one. And then here they've used some masking paper around the edge and then used their sponge blending brush to create a little background, and then a little bit of baker's twine. So page 66, the stamp set is £21. Really good fun. I think this one is perfect for people that you struggle to send cards to, especially men's cards. I think that's perfect for that. So yes, my brothers, who won't be watching, will all be receiving one of these, although I've only got one birthday left this year, so we'll have to see. Anyway, so thank you so much. There's the one with the typewriter. So these will be featured at Coffee and Card. I will colour in the envelope when I finish. Don't need to see me do that again. And there we are. That is it for this morning. So short and sweet for a Monday morning. And tomorrow, Tuesday, I will be here also in the morning, because we have a team meeting in the evening at 7 p.m, which is when I'm normally live. So just for tomorrow, for this week, so that will be the 13th of September, our live will be here at 10 a.m. if you're watching live UK time. Obviously, you can watch it on catch up at any other time after that. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Hi Angela, thanks for joining. Sorry, we're just wrapping up. Take care, Kerry too. I hope everything is good with you in Australia, and I look forward to catching up with some of you tomorrow. Do take care, and goodbye, and thank you.